Alrighty, guys, I want to welcome you guys to the first edition of the 2021 Florida Coast to Coast Football Show. I have a very, very, very special guest going to be joining me tonight, the 12U offensive coordinator of the high-powered Cypress Lake Hornets. They are coming off of a huge win against the Lauderdale Lakes Vikings. You know, that's the park I grew up playing for. So, you know, this is a bittersweet interview for me, you know what I mean? Because Nyrobe is my homeboy in real life, man, you know. But listen, they came off a huge win, you know, at the 2021 Coast to Coast Preseason Classic. And I thought it was only fitting to bring them on to talk about it. Hey, Ro, what's going on, my guy?
What's going on, my boy?
Hey, man.
What's happening with you?
I'm good, man. Hey, first, bro, I want to thank you for coming on to the show, man. I do appreciate it, boss.
Hey, man, anytime.
Hey, Ro, man, listen. You know, you guys came off a huge game against Lauderdale Lakes Vikings, man. But before, you know, we get into the nuts and bolts, you know, of that contest, man, you know, I just want to go back a little bit, man, you know, because sometimes people think that these teams, you know, just pop up out of nowhere, man. And you and I both know that, you know, it takes a lot of time in order to put, you know, a special program together, man. So, you know, Ro, you know, before we, you know, get into the game against Lauderdale Lakes, you know, you guys, you know, back in 2019, you know, you guys went over to Lauderdale, man. You played the Lauderdale Lions, and, you know, it was a very, you know, lopsided, you know, loss for you guys. You know, what did that game, you know, teach you as a coach, you know, about your team and what it takes to really get over the hump?
Man, that game there made me go back and revamp everything, man. It started with the line, man. The trenches had to get up the park.
Okay.
I mean, when you playing Omar and the Lauderdale Lions, man, your trenches got to be right, man, and they showed me that.
Okay.
And, you know, that's the first thing we started with, man. And then we went and got the caliber players that we needed to compete. Okay.
All right. So Roby, like, you know, playing that game and understanding exactly what it took in order to get over the hump, like you said, with the trenches, you know, how did that, you know, prepare you for, you know, a couple years later to play a team like, you know, the Lauderdale Lakes Vikings?
Man, just the trenches is one thing, man. Getting them big boys to move and to execute their blocking scheme.
Okay.
You know, that's a whole nother thing.
Gotcha.
And shoot, man, going into that Lakes game, you know, like I said, we had them scouted them already.
Okay.
So, just watching what they do and watching the kind of schemes they were running, you know, I felt like we got them.
Okay. So, you know, Roby, you and I talk all the time. I'm not gonna make any secret about that. Like I said, you know, you my homeboy in real life, man. And you know, when you found out that Lakes was coming over to Coast Classic, you know, you told me, Jay, look, I gotta have him. And you know, and I asked you a couple times, like, Ro, man, you sure you ready for that? You know, you like, yeah, I'm telling you, I got him. So, you know, without going into too much detail, when you went over there and watched those guys play that, you know, that tough Tucker team, what was it that you saw, you know, in that game that you felt as though, you know, you guys would be able to play, you know, at that level, you know, to beat a, you know, a high caliber team like that?
Man, I felt like we could come in and execute the same thing Tucker did, but a little better.
Okay.
You know? I felt like our quarterback was a little bit more high caliber than Tucker. And, you know, man, like I said, we got 3 backs that's 160 pounds plus.
Okay.
And, you know, that's a load to bring down in itself.
Wow. You said you guys got 3 backs that are 160 pounds plus?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Definitely. I might have the most dangerous backfield in Florida.
you might have the most dangerous backfield in Florida. Hey, that's what's up, man. So, you know, so Roby, you know, for a program, you know, like Cypress, you know, you guys had a lot of success, you know, over in Pop Warner, you know, but, you know, switching over to unlimited football, you and I both know it's a completely different ball game. So, you know, so what does a win like that versus a nationally recognized team, what does that do, you know, for the Cypress program as a whole?
Oh, man, do a couple different things for us. For one, it put us on the map. Second, man, it make getting the kids in a little easier. That's for sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And so,
hey, I've been getting the phone calls every day.
Okay. All right. So basically, what you're saying is, you don't have to run them down like you had to in previous off season.
It's a little bit more easy on me now.
and that's what's up, man. So Roby, now when you saw that Lakes team, is there anything that you felt as though like you really had to prepare for that? Because the thing is, man, you have teams with that many athletes. If any one thing goes wrong, it can be a long day. So when you saw that team, what did you feel as though you really had to make sure you guys need to stop, if you were going to control that ball game?
We had to control the trenches.
Okay.
They got real nice trenches, real good trenches, big trenches.
Yeah.
And I think, and they trenches were bigger than ours, man. We were just skilled up, man. We followed everything to the T.
Okay. Hey, that's what's up, man.
I know if we can control the trenches, man, the rest of my guys will handle business.
Okay, so you guys had to control it up front, basically.
Right.
Now, one thing, that I always ask coach when they come on, after they win a big game, because it is a huge game, but it is the preseason and just one game. So
right.
what do you feel as though you guys need to do to make sure that, your players and your coaches don't get beside themselves and understand that, there's still a season that needs to be played? Yes, that was a huge win, and it did a lot, for your programming, for you guys as coaches. However, you still have a season to play in a very, very tough, and competitive league like Florida Elite. So what do you think you need to do to make sure that, your coaches and your players understand that it's a big game, but it's just one game, we still have a season to play?
Oh, man, after the game, we always tell our guys to be humble and take it one game at a time, but we let them know, it's still 0-0 right now.
Okay.
And our first priority is Florida Elite. So, we want that Super Bowl first.
Yeah.
We'll handle everything else after that.
So, Roby. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Hey, man, I need them rings and the members only jacket.
You need the rings in them 1990 members only jackets, huh?
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's what's up, man. So, Roby, now, if you guys were able to go out and win the Florida Elite Super Bowl in just your second year, in the league, how big would that be, for your program?
That'll be huge, man. That'll be real huge.
Okay.
I think it'll be huge. I think it'll be huge for Fort Myers.
Okay.
But they always say, man, we always make it there, but we never finish.
Okay.
So, I think it'll be real huge for us.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's really what's up, man. And I'm rooting for you guys, all the way, man. So, so Robert, after you went over and you scouted, Lakes, over at when you went and watched them play Tucker, what was your preparation, going into that game without giving the audience too much in terms of, how you game plan for these teams?
Man, our game plan was to keep everything inside.
Okay.
We know Lakes was pretty fast, but they didn't have any real big backs to set the tone. So we want to keep all that speed inside. Okay. And that's basically what we did, man. And we knew if we can hit the quarterback a couple of times, he was gonna get routed. We seen that in the Tucker game.
Okay.
So that was basically the game plan, man. Contain it before it gets started.
Hey, I get that, man. I get that fully. Now, since that game, because you guys have is your Jamboree this weekend coming up, or is it next weekend?
Next weekend.
Okay, next weekend. Okay, so now being that you guys went out there, you guys really came to that game with a lot of energy. Has your preparation changed at all? Looking forward, looking into the season, or you guys gonna pretty much stick with the same game plan?
Pretty much same game plan, man. We just want to come out and dominate on both sides of the ball, man. So pretty much same game plan. We coming out to hit you right in the mouth.
I understand that fully, man. So Roby, you know, like I said, you and I talk a lot, man. And, you know, your phone been ringing off the hook. You know, but let's just go ahead and put it out there, man. So, you know, listen, you guys definitely have to play the Florida Elite season. Now, is there any other team, you know, outside of Florida Elite, you know, that you got your eyes on that you want to, you know, go ahead and test to see where you guys are, you know, after that Lakes game, you know, to make sure that you solidify, you know, your position, you know, as one of the top teams in the state of Florida right now?